Here we go, round two on this damsel fly nymph I tie articulated. Just take some, 5 or 6 strands of the marabou by the tips, about like that. We're going to create a tail for this fly. I want to keep it short and sweet. These bugs aren't very big and they're kind of streamlined, so I want to size that up just so I'm barely coming off the end of the hook. You don't want this thing very big off the back. Maybe 1/8 of an inch past the bend of the hook, and that's it. Go ahead and loose loop, wrap that thing back, just like so. That looks pretty good to me. Okay, and then wrap it up forward. Try and keep your wraps minimal because you want to keep this thing as slim as you can. I'm fumbling around for my wire now. Grab your silver wire. Use silver for this bug. Don't use any other color. Most of the time I don't care, but I'm telling you, just use silver. Find that in there like that. Wrap back to the tail. There's your wire. Grab, like you were tying those marabou leeches, grab in this vicinity right here about 3 or 4. Don't use a lot of these, alright? Because like I said, we want to keep this body as small as possible. Go ahead and tie these in from the tip first, just like so. I trim that off. Wrap it back up to the front of the fly, bring it back down, like so. Wrap it up to the eye of the hook. Take those fibers and spin them, just like on the Holt marabou leech. Go ahead and grab those and work them forward right up to the eye of the hook. Grab the material, flop your bobbin over it, tie it tight. Go ahead and trim this off. Remember that we want to tie our wire in the opposite direction, so go ahead and come around there, establish a nice turnaround on the tail. Nice even pulls, okay? Not too close together. Just like so. Do a couple up at the eye. Wrap this thing off. Keep the wraps minimal, like I said. Try not to build this thing up too much. Grab your whip finisher. Do like 3 whips on it. You're going to want to use an olive or a gray thread for this, okay? And most of the time I'm not very conscientious about thread colors, but on this particular bug I want you guys to use a gray or an olive. Okay, so there's the back end of the fly. I'm using a straight eye hook, a size 8 egg hook that we just got. So use that for the back end. We're going to cut the barb off on this thing later. I'm going to shut this film off so I can get ready to melt some mono eyes on there, okay? Okay, now we're going to make the mono eyes on here. I grabbed 2 pieces of 12-pound Maxima. It's the dark color. Okay, just take it and lay it on here right up towards the eye of the hook. Lash it in there. Come in around the back of it, and you want to figure 8 around it. Leave a little room at the eye of the hook, about 1/8 of an inch to a 1/16, okay? Go ahead and lash that in really well. And I'm using a size, let me see, what was I using? I'm using a size 12 shrimp and caddis hook that we just got. And the reason why I switched to that is because it has a nice wide gap for setting the hooks. And you know us and our gaps. We love our gap big and wide and wet. Okay, go ahead and whip this off because otherwise we're going to burn this right now and usually end up burning the line off. So I just cut it and get it done right now. So grab your lighter and come up very carefully on the edges of these, okay? And burn it. Don't catch it on fire. Try not to. If you do, just blow it out. Get it closed in so you get them together. Okay, and then do the same thing to the other side. You see how those two are kind of separated? We want to get them together, so lightly melt them together like that. Try and hold them together. This is kind of the tricky part, but I like these better than the store-bought, okay? I really do. There's something about these that I really like. Okay, burn it down. Just get it going a little bit. They're not coming together yet. They're not coming together. There they go. Now they're going to start joining together. Okay, now what we want to do is turn this upside down so that they burn towards the top of the fly, okay? And they'll sit on top of the head instead of on the bottom. There you go. Melt it down. Come in. Keep working it until you're about a 1/16 away from the side of the hook. Same thing on the other side. I'm just gently bringing the lighter to it, slowly melting it, slowly. This is just a real slow process. If you want good eyes, take your time. There you go. There you have it. That looks good. Don't touch them. You see how they burned right up towards the top of the hook? Those are absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so now what we're going to do is make sure, I've done this too many times, you come in here and you touch these things and they're not quite ready. Okay, these are ready. Those are